Hi guys, so I was kind of in the mood for like the whole first date series, and after the first date tag it got me thinking about first dates. And as you know from my first date horrible series, I have been on lots and lots of first dates. But what I realised is every time I go on a first date, I take the same stuff and I prepare the same way as well. So I wanted to do like a little two-part thing. And the first thing is going to be how you should like prepare for a first date. I've written my points and I'm going to go through, I think it's 9 points on preparing for your first date. So number one, the first thing you need to do is have a shower. Like, nobody wants a dirty date. You need to look like you've just been washed, you need to smell nice, and you definitely need to shower up. The second thing you need to do is shave your legs and shave under your arms. If you happen to, for whatever reason, be wearing a dress, or you happen to be wearing a short sleeve top, you do not want to expose hairy armpits or hairy legs. So I definitely think, just to make you look completely polished, you need to shave your legs and you need to shave under your armpits. Because if you don't shave under your armpits and you get sweaty, then you are just going to smell and it's not going to be very nice. So I do think you need to shave your armpits and also shave your legs. Next thing you want to do, when you get out the shower, you need to make sure that you put some sort of nice smelling body cream. On a first date, I don't kiss my date, but I will get close enough to like get a hug. So you want to be smelling like you kind of naturally smell good. So I do think this kind of goes in par with the shower, but you definitely need to wear some sort of like really nice smelling body butter. My favourite ones at the moment are like definitely the Body Shop ones. The Body Shop body butters are like incredible and they smell really good. And you definitely need to have a nice smelling body cream just like around this area so you smell really delicious. Next thing you need to do is brush your teeth. You definitely have to brush your teeth. If you go to a bar and you're having drinks, or you're going for sushi or something and you happen to be sitting next to the person, if you're somewhere where it's a little bit loud, you may have to get close to them in order to have a conversation with them. If you're a little bit further forward and you want to kiss your first date at the end of your date, you also need to make sure that you have brushed your teeth in preparation for getting close to them and getting personal with them, especially if you're going to be talking to them up close. You don't want smelly breath, like you really don't. The next thing you would do is wash your hair. This isn't necessarily true for everybody because some people can get away with like second day or third day hair. I, for one, cannot. So I've washed my hair today, which is why it's down, but tomorrow morning I will have to put my hair straight up because my hair does not look good unless it's been washed that day. So I cannot get away with like second day or third day hair. So in terms of like preparing your hair, do whatever you need to do to make your hair look good. But in my case, it would be actually physically washing my hair that day or that morning. I do think in terms of makeup, you need to apply something that looks fairly natural. Don't do what I've done, like dark smoky eye and nude lips. I don't do that sort of thing on your first date. But I do think with the makeup, you have to go fairly natural. You have to make sure that you wear makeup. Unless you are absolutely christened with like gorgeous perfect skin, you do need to apply makeup before you go on a date. So whether it be like a bit of lip gloss, a bit of mascara and some concealer, then go natural if that's you. Do whatever you feel comfortable in. Just don't scare them, because I think if you do that on a first date, you are going to terrify them. But you do need to kind of look like you're doing the whole no makeup look, or you could just do something really natural. But you do, I think, need to prepare your face in advance. You need to make sure it's moisturised, you need to have exfoliated beforehand, and you need to apply a nice, clean, natural face of makeup. The other thing you need to prepare is make sure you know where you're going, and make sure if you've got to plan your journey, either if you've got to get the train there or you've got to drive there, like make sure you get there on time and make sure that you actually know where you're going. Whether it means putting the address in the sat-nav beforehand, whether it means planning out your route beforehand. Like, you don't want to be late on a first date, because when dates are late, like that is one thing I remember when I get back. I just cannot stand people that are late. It's quite rude, it's quite disrespectful, and if there's no apology afterwards, I just think you're a bit fucking rude. Obviously, like, plan your clothes like beforehand as well. I always think it's a good idea to plan your clothes, because if you are thinking about your clothes like on the morning of your date, the chances are you are going to run late, you're going to change your outfit like 5 times. And what I tend to do, like before I go on a date, I get ready, I plan my clothes the day before, and then I will like take a selfie shot, like full frontal selfie shot, and I will just send it to my sister for like approval. And she is usually the person that I will send my selfie to. And I do think that is a really good thing to do, because if you think you look good, you just need someone else to think that you look good too. So I definitely think taking a selfie shot and sending it to somebody else is a really good way of just confirming that you look okay before you step out of the house. The last thing I think you should do before you go on a first date is tell somebody exactly where you're going. And this is more like just a safety aspect of stuff. You want to make sure that your family know where you're going. You want to make sure that your best friend knows where you're going. You want to make sure that somebody knows what time you're going, where you're meeting, and, you know, roughly a guide of what time you should be back. Because if you get kidnapped on your date, nobody's going to know where you are. No one's going to know that you disappeared. People might think you've run away. So I always tell somebody in my house, I'm going on a date, I'm going here, I should be back around this time, kind of stick to my schedule. So even if the date's going really well, I may extend it slightly, but I've always told my family where I'm going, if I'm going for dinner, if I'm going for drinks, so they kind of know roughly what time to expect me back. So this is my first part on your first date and preparing for your first date and what to do beforehand. The second part I'm now going to film is what to actually take on a first date. So I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other questions about first dates and while we're in the mood of like talking about dates, then let me know in the comments below. But the second part will tell you actually what to take on a first date. But I'm definitely going to upload it in the next few days, so look out for that part because I'm going to film it now. Thank you very much for watching. Love you guys lots, and I'll see you soon.